Are you a spa therapist, a solo esthetician, or massage therapist? Trying to build a business, trying to make a living, and trying to manage all your clients, wanting to heal, wanting to help people. Are you holistically minded? Then you're in the right place. Come join us for this discussion, this debate, where I bring up a great topic to have extra transferable skills, a backup plan, especially for your own physical health. If you get sick, great for maternity leave. I do all podcasts and vlogs and videos and lots of advice about ethical selling and how to boost your business and great customer service, great customer care, and how to use all that to build your nail, lash, beauty empire. Even if you sell beauty products or body care products, skincare, if you work on a makeup counter, if you're like a mobile hair therapist, all this will apply, and this is a great toolkit to have. I'll talk all in this podcast about why it's beneficial. So grab a notepad, grab a coffee if you can, put this on while you're driving to and from work so you can listen to it like a podcast style, or whenever you get a free minute, or if you're cleaning your salon, and join our community in the comments. I'm a former therapist myself, now turned stay-at-home mom, and I do all content to help you grow your beauty business. I do all about womanhood and wellness treatments and just the spa lifestyle in general, like embracing like natural healing methods and natural health, and how to use treatments to boost your self-confidence, and how you can pass that on to your clients as well, and to get that real ethical, meaningful, not this superficial fake like meaning from beauty. Everyone thinks, oh, beauty is just aesthetics, it's only for youth, but it's more about health. I think if you are actually working on your health, it will show in your beauty naturally. If you have a calm nervous system, it'll show in your fine lines. If you're sleeping well, if you're eating well. So it all ties into lifestyle, diet, nutrition. Yes, genetics play a part, but this video is all about how you as a therapist can help your business grow, but in an ethical way. Because if you're anyway like myself and like the many other spa therapists I've met along the way, you really care about your clients and you want the best for them. The beauty and spa and holistic world, the whole industry is constantly changing. The whole wellness concept. People always want new treatments, new excitement, a spin on old things, and but a new version of that treatment, and a lot of technology is coming in place as well. So you need to be very creative as a therapist, because traditional methods aren't always going to, they're very physically heavy, so you have to have that fallback skill, that extra feather in your cap, that extra selling can be that extra skill, or other like new beauty treatments. Because for example, when I trained, there was no brow lamination, there was no lash lift. It used to call it lash perm, but it wasn't that popular. And now it's like all these treatments have become standard. These brow tint, brow lamination, like threading was around for ages, but again, when I was training, it was all eyebrow waxing. And now people have say that older technique is like, oh, you're pulling the delicate skin and it could cause wrinkles, and that threading is better. See, so you can see the industry is constantly changing, and there's going to be constantly different opinions. And even in the spa industry, even though they're ancient techniques in terms of like acupuncture, acupressure, these kind of things. So it's like interesting if you compare it to that you compare it to a business. You are the business. You're doing the treatments, so you're technically like you're obviously not just a machine, but you're technically like a machine, if you're thinking of it in business terms and in factory terms. So you need passive income, you need extra sources of income. If you look at any kind of financial literacy education out there, they always say like investment and savings and multiple sources of income. So can you as a therapist think of other ways that could be possible for you to like maximize your knowledge? So you spend so long training, and then you have the practical hands-on experience. Can you teach that somehow in a course? Can you package that somehow in a book or a manual? Can you contribute to a new style of massage, or do you have some findings from your hands-on work experience, something that really works with clients, that you could take an old treatment and add, for example, massage, and then there's bamboo massage where they use like heated bamboo sticks, or so it's like hot stone massage, but it's a different take a massage, or there's lymphatic drainage massage, and then they use what are they, like the lymphatic, there's like lava shells as well, massage, which is again, it's like heated stones, but they used it's not always heating them through water, it's heating the stones through like a chemical reaction, like this gel, that they use with inside the shells. I've seen that. You see how it's like, could you take an old treatment and with your knowledge add to it, or tweak it in a way, or adapt it to the local history, the local environment, the local culture? Is there some ancient beauty technique that, for example, this Moroccan blue clay, and it's meant to really brighten the skin, and again, it was used for centuries, but it's not mainstream or modernized, or you don't find it in many kind of European spas, or maybe I'm mistaken, like maybe it depends on the area, but you see the message I'm trying to make, that it's adding extra. Use what you have, and can you somehow have multiple sources of income? So selling is a great one in that, and that was a big one for me as well, that you actually the psychology behind selling and turning your mindset around, is it ethical, is it not ethical, when it totally is, in the sense of it's adding to the treatment, it's helping the client extend the results at home, it's knowing how to sell, makes you be able to connect with the customer, it makes you actually really listen, it totally improves your customer service, and it makes you so much more professional, it makes you really study the products you're using, it really makes you question, are these working? Are these massage techniques working? And don't forget that selling, everyone thinks of only retail, like hard physical products, when retail is also getting somebody back in for treatment, adding something on the day for the client to upgrade or enhance, or like something extra on the day, or getting them to do another treatment. Like the amount of times, just as simple, that's a great way to start selling, is just, can I offer you anything else today? Sometimes people are afraid to ask the customers, or they think you're busy, that you have a client afterwards, and you can always just say, let me check my books. But you asking, or it's like knowing the social etiquette around selling, that you have to lead the conversation, but again, it has to be client led. So how do I mean that? You're listening to the client, and you're asking and trying to find out their main concern, and then you're listening and giving them feedback. You just said there that you want to look this way on your next big event or your wedding day. You want your makeup to look like this. Oh, you just said you, even just asking what brought them in for treatment today. Where's your area of concern? Like, it opens a whole professional conversation around the treatment and makes it so much more intentional. So selling makes you intentional. It makes you connect with the client. And it's a great skill to have. So if you don't know where to start with passive income, or trying to improve your basically your income, your situation, why would you only rely on your physical self, and then the times that you're not always going to be rested enough to do client treatments? And don't forget, when you're interacting with people, with the general public, you're taking on a lot of there's a spiritual factor, there's an emotional factor in a client setting. If you have good spa experience, you do realize people could tell you a lot, they may say a lot, and you can people open up because you're touching them in a way that's very say, like you're a hairdresser, people talk to their hairdresser like they're a therapist, don't they? Again, that's that personal setting, you're in their personal space, and that's always like reserved for family and friends, so they automatically let their hair down, no pun intended, and they may speak to you, but that can be draining for you as a therapist, because you're going in there, that's your work, that's your job. Yeah, you can like energetically cleanse at the end of the day, you can learn to manage all that, you can learn to redirect a conversation to like more professional like concerns that they have with their treatment. But not everything is just visual. Like, you're working with clients maybe, and it's like alopecia, or like, wig or hair loss, they're going to be telling you this and they're confiding in you, or they mightn't take their hair piece out for anybody, and then you're asking them to remove that to fit a new one. Like, all that is very personal, very intimate, and it can be very, over time, be very draining. So you have to think of your longevity in the industry, and you think of yourself, have your fallback skill. So I hope this whole video has encouraged you to think broader, I hope the video has inspired you to consider other ways, whether it's a course, a book, a new type of treatment, whether it's embracing sales. I have plenty of playlists all about how to just basically sell. But if you don't know where to start with selling at all, start with your mindset. Why would you sell? Why would you ask the client, do they need any home care products? That's a simple question to ask your client, and it just adds to the treatment. And it's not always, it's how you ask. Like, just simply ask, do you need to restock on anything? You're in for skin treatment today, you mentioned this. Just feedback to them that you've listened. Just ask the question, what has brought you in for the treatment today? Why specifically a skin treatment today? Oh, I have this problem area in your skin. Like, connecting with them. I know in a lot of like international spas or busy hotel resorts, you mightn't always have that open language communication. There could be a lot, but there is still a plenty of ways to find connection points, or even for the massage, like pointing or a certain area. Like, if you show people the area of tension, and then you afterwards or during the treatment you apply like aromatherapy oils or heated hot stone massage, like there's understanding there. So do you see, sales are about adding to the treatment, getting them to book back in for another treatment, and then also home care retail products that they can take home. They're going to the local pharmacy or the local supermarket or the local department store to buy those products anyway. So why are they not coming to you when you're the professional with the knowledge and the products are completely more like high grade and you're going to actually tailor them to the person? So you just have to be proud of, yes, this cleanser costs more money. You need to work on your mindset as a therapist that you justify that this cleanser is more high grade ingredients. Like, do you agree with the company? You cannot sell something that sleazy sales people or pushy salespeople. That's when you're under pressure of commission, and that's when you're under pressure from like feeling like you need to sell. But where's the intention of that? Selling is the byproduct of you connecting with the client and finding their main concern. It's a byproduct. The sales come after. It shouldn't even be about the sales. It's about the treatment first and foremost. It's about hearing what the client wants to change, or hearing about what the client wants to improve on, or what the client wants to maintain. I always focus on the vision. What's the ideal, perfect vision they would like? How would you like your skin to look? Acne free. I don't want these red veins on my legs. I don't want this. I don't want, what can we do to get you there to that goal? And then to focus on their health and to bring in an overall holistic picture, not just to be about, like, if you're in a medi spa especially, you don't want to have that negative, pointing out issues, pointing out problems and people nitpicking. Like, it's that's a whole body image slippery slope. Do you see where sales can get into that? Like, if you're not holistically minded, it can be a slippery slope, and that's where the sleazy, pushy salespeople come in. And pushy sales can come from bad skills. You don't know how to connect with your client, build rapport. You don't know, what do I mean by rapport? Like relationship with the client. You don't know how to give them active feedback. Like, actual active listening is understanding what's in between the lines, understanding what's not spoken, but feeding it back to them and letting the person feel validated and heard. Do you see how, with all that, it's a skill set? Anybody can learn sales. I went from no sales, not being a natural, to really changing my mindset around sales, embracing the ethical element. If I would use these products, I would recommend them to my friend, and that's all it is your client is a friend of a friend that you're looking after, and it is a simple conversation that's professional, and it's going to enhance their treatment. Having products to take home with you prolong what's happened in the treat. Like, for example, you go to the gym, you don't get a six-pack after one session. But if that personal trainer that you're working with gave you a nutritional plan or something to do at home as well, would you not embrace and respect their professional trained experience and knowledge? So why is a beauty, nail, lash, spa, massage treatment not considered in the same way? So yeah, there's lots of playlists I have. I talk about wellness in general, motherhood, blogs, all these things. Day in the life, cleaning motivation, anything related to motherhood, holistic lifestyle. So if you like those topics, stick around. If you're on the business aesthetics, solo esthetician side of things, spa therapist, massage therapist, reflexologist, all these things, if you're a part of that industry, I have a separate playlist, and it's all about the spa and beauty industry, and I can teach you sales. I have so many sales videos that breaks it down, makes it ethical. If you like my style of how I explain things, you're going to find so many videos there that will literally, it's free basic training. I wish I had a channel like this when I was first starting, when I first came and left beauty school, because they don't always, in beauty college, they don't always teach selling separately. They might mention and brush off customer service, professional conduct, but it's not the main topic that, like, you learn. It was just such a vital skill for me that I, like, self-educated. I got a couple of, like, day training courses in-house with the salon. So I'm passing all that knowledge on to you, because I wish I had that knowledge given to me. I wish I had this perspective explained to me. I was only able to develop this perspective, ethical sales, non-pushy sales, through a combination of my hands-on work experience, setting up my own clinic, and then going on to work in the corporate world and seeing their approach to customer service and how they handle complaints, and how you change your mindset about it. You take complaints as feedback. You don't then you improve on it. Your client is literally telling you what they want when they complain. So it's the same, taking that emotional charge out of a complaint and using it as, turning it around and using it as a massive tool. Like, the client that complains you can turn that client back around. They're going to be your raving fan. If you actually listen to them, you improve on what they say, and they feel heard, and then you authentically change your practices. And because people who don't care, they'll just, like, not come back, and you'll never hear, and you'll never connect the dots of why did this person. So if a client is complaining, they're doing you a favor. So that's a big one to learn as well. So the combination of working in customer service as well has really helped me change my whole approach around selling and sales. And there's so much selling content out there on YouTube that is just so focused on increase your income, commission, like how to sell, and it just feels a little bit like manipulative, dark psychology, and I feel none of that is needed. because your treatment speaks for itself. Your treatment's getting the client results, and then any kind of home care products or getting them back in for treatment, it's just extending what you did. So selling is a bonus. It's not this trying to get them to buy a product or trying to make them feel pain that they then have to buy, to like causing problems when the problems aren't there. The client is coming in for the treatment anyway. So I feel like selling in the beauty industry is actually a lot more ethical and a lot easier to embrace, and not have that seedy, like pushy element. It can totally be like the opposite. It's depending on your nature as a therapist, and people are looking for help when they come to you. So it's that mindset of really understanding the psychology behind sales, and that it's okay, people's guard is up about the treatment, but it's all in the first few sentences of how you talk to them. And like that, you shouldn't be scared to mention products. And had I known all this knowledge when I first started out, it would have made me a lot more confident as a therapist. And you really need, this video was to encourage you to have that extra skill, whether it is sales or another fallback skill. So that's why I made this video, just for you to think outside the box, just to, you know, have an extra thought. Oh, maybe I could give them a little take-home tester of samples. Anything to get a regular client to encourage that, you know, if they've never bought with you or you've never really done sales, you know, start off with a free kind of sample and let people know you are a shop. Does your salon scream shop, retail? Do you have little shopping baskets, price tags? Do you have, like a lot of salons, it's locked away in a glass cabinet behind reception? And then all throughout your treatment, they don't even mention any type of products. Or if you do mention products, I'll just leave this product here. Yeah, do you sell that product? Do you stock that product? Is it normal that other clients buy? Have I come into the salon? Are there any other sales going on? Like, no, we're talking about the weather and other random things. No, do you get how it has to be the sales environment? So the whole video, especially the one about, if you don't know where to start with the one that's, I'll try link it below. It's called Entering Your Sales Era. And I talk about that there's no point you individually trying to implement sales when you haven't looked at the selling environment. Do you even agree with the products you're selling? Would you use them on yourself? Would you recommend them to a friend? Would you give them to your granny? Would you feel happy somebody spending that price tag, that amount of money on that product? Do you see the value? So selling is all about adding value. Selling is about adding extra benefits, prolonging the treatment, repeating the results. Yeah, so it's called Enter Your Selling Era, Sales Era. So E or A, E, environment, how to work on, or relationship with the client, and then how to ask for the sale. So until our next video, I hope this was inspirational. I wish you all the best in your beauty industry. I'd love to see, my overall mission is to have more people have access to the holistic environment and selling in general. So selling in general, like, spa industry in general, it's all about like health through water, health through wellness, to embrace that lifestyle that I think the spa industry is only good and effective if you can use it regularly. And it can be found in nature, yes, but I feel like it's very associated with elitism, with like a holiday, with a like resort, 5-star spa experience, and very selective people. Whereas the benefit of spa and using spas and using salon and beauty treatments, not for the visual effects, but for the confidence boosting, for the health benefits, it's effective when it's done regularly. So I wish for more professionalism across the board in the spa industry, so that it's more respected, that spa therapists, skin therapists, massage therapists, we have so much knowledge and biology and science that people don't realize. So to really increase the standards across the board of professionalism, and I think selling is one key part of that. You need a fallback skill. Physically burn out, mentally burn out, energetically burn out, emotionally. Like, your clients need a lot from you. It's not as simple as an aesthetic, outward, quick like beauty treatment. Even if you're doing something as simple as eyebrow or eyelash extensions or nails, like, you're holding space for somebody to either relax, or you're in their personal aura as such. You're in their energetic field, and you need to be aware of that. It's not hocus pocus. All this has been proven with science now, that and you feel that if clients like have a lot of, if your client has a lot of trauma, or like sometimes you can tell by their body language somebody's very nervous or they've had a very stressful day, it might take them a long time to unwind, especially if you do spa treatments like body massage, hot stone massage, sauna, steam. Like, they're releasing toxins, and it's now been proven that emotions are stored in the body. Like, your muscles will tense up. Like, if you've had trauma, where's all that cortisol go? Where do all those stress hormones go? Like, they are chemicals in your body, in your cells. Where do all that waste products go? Like, does everybody detox? And that's what the spa treatments are there to help. So you really need a fallback skill as a therapist, because you can't be everybody's magical healer. You can't work miracles if you only see the client in in terms of their healing. You can't work miracles for them if you only see them a few times. Like going to the gym, you're their fitness instructor, they want a six-pack, but where's their starting point? Beauty treatments are the same, especially if it comes to skincare. Skincare is an organ. It's connected to the bloodstream. Like, it's their whole body health. That's why vitamins are important. Like, you need a fallback skill. And that skill, ideally, what helped me when I was working I've worked in a day spa, medi spa, laser hair removal clinic. I've worked in setting up my own reflexology practice. What really helps is knowing how to sell. Now, no harsh sells, nothing unethical, nothing like pushing products for the sake of commission. This is products that will help your client. They are going to be buying their cosmetics anyway. So whether they're buying them off you and you're giving them guidance and knowledge and expertise and proven results because you've seen it with other clients, or you use the products on yourself, or you've seen your family and friends use the products and the testers, which is, I highly recommend. It's very hard to sell if you don't believe in the products or you haven't even seen any results. And results can be mild and different for other people, but it tells if you just don't like this product. Then I would recommend you either have to buy your time and find like another clinic to work for, or if you're working for yourself, find a different product line that you can believe in. Like, for example, if you think, oh, it's really highly priced, but this product line really does work on skin barrier and skin health, when it comes to like facial skincare products, you know, you can get behind that. Maybe the skincare line does vitamins, or maybe it's like one cleanser or one product that you really see, that one mask that all the rest of the products are a bit like fluff and just pampering and a lot of chemicals, but this one particular, or find an ingredient that you agree with. That's how you sell more. So this video is all about your fallback skill, passive income. You have to have multiple sources. Ideally, as a therapist, if you're really motivated to grow your business, if you're independent, like holistic practitioner, acupuncturist, aromatherapist, reflexologist, homeopath, these kind of complementary medicine, you definitely need to be selling as well. And how does that feel when I say selling to you? Do you get all uptight? Oh no, that's pushy. That means you've been sold too badly in the past. It means the client didn't get like your full you didn't, the person selling to you didn't fully understand your main concern, and they didn't hit it on the nail, because you will pay anything if you have a need or a want and somebody has the solution, and it can be services. So fallback, like, you're doing your treatment, so you need to save time, you need to save your own money, like all that setup, one treatment, 1 hour spa, body scrub and wrap, for example, and you're an independent day spa. Do you know how much that takes to set up? And laundry costs, and think about everything involved. Heating costs, laundry costs. Like, your profit isn't just your time for money. Like, it's all your training. Think about everything that goes into that treatment, and then the setup beforehand. Yeah, if you're really skilled, you can get that set up in 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or have the rooms ready to go. But are you considering all the marketing and it took for that client to book in for that treatment? And then you're not going to let them walk out with like not having recommended anything for them at home, not because you think they need to relax and pamper them, and I don't want to upset them by recommending products. You recommend at the start. You do give them a set period of, now I'm going to let you relax. You have to take charge and guide the conversation, but you do need to really well, this is what I did. I had no sales, and I literally taught myself just YouTube videos, reading books, and practice, real life practice. We did have in-house training, but I added to that because I literally was not a natural salesperson. I was really shy. I had this really deep rooted belief, like, oh, let them relax, or the treatment is expensive enough. But that's what I value, and that's my budget. Not everybody is under the same circumstances. So you have to consider the client and not make it about you, and you have to take your own ego out of it as a therapist. And you have to realize that if you connected with the client and got their main concern, then it isn't you're not pushing any product on them, you're actually helping them. Maybe you don't know if they have a big event coming up and they're going to be wearing a backless dress, and you can see they have acne on their skin and their back, and you're afraid to mention something, but you have a solution for that. You have a body wash with salicylic acid. Like, maybe they didn't know something like that even existed, and they've been looking in the local cosmetic shop, in the supermarket, they've been looking for a solution. But you, as a therapist, like, you're talking about skin health, you're there for those questions. You just have to learn how to connect with the client, consult with them, then give them the time to relax and the treatment. But they're going to be a lot happier if, like, the treatment in itself is relaxing, and that's about the atmosphere of the place. If they can relax in the sauna after, they can relax if they came earlier. You don't know if they relax by a magazine. Not everybody relaxes the same way you would as a therapist. I had to learn that as well, because a lot of clients, they would chat away, they would keep talking, and I'd be like, oh, do you not want to like relax and listen to the music? Some people are irritated by like spa music and whale sounds and ocean sounds. So you could have a solution, and you are assuming things that may not be true. So it is your job to sell, and learn about selling skills and making them ethical. Like, it is ethical. Are you going to let that client walk out, have no solution for the problem, but she relaxed for that hour? What, did she truly relax? Because she still has that issue leaving the clinic, whereas you could have recommended. It's not a guarantee that somebody will buy. There's things like budget. There's many times I've gone for treatments and I genuinely don't have enough for products, but you're doing your job by mentioning that. You have these products, you have these solutions. They may come back 2 days later after payday. That's rare. Often you want them to buy there and then, because people get distracted, life gets in the way. If you need more detailed information on all my sales advice, how to sell ethically, non-pushy sales for beauty therapists, then there's a whole playlist, or comment below and I'll answer your direct and specific question. I also have like course manuals, so reach out. There's Instagram as well, at Spa Sales Queen on Instagram, or comment below in the community here on YouTube, and I will see you in the next video. Let me know if there's any particular topic you want to discuss. Is there a particular treatment that you offer that you need advice on how to sell for that treatment? I hope this video was helpful for you to embrace selling and have it as a fallback skill. Thank you for listening.